Hello there, everyone! Xantok here with Slickstar Gaming, and welcome back to more Danganronpa 2, Goodbye Despair, and I still want to know what the hell these are.
What the heck?
What the heck? It's annoying.
I'm assuming one of them is probably school mode.
Yeah, I mean, probably.
Island mode in this one.
Yeah. Maybe the other one is the Monokuma machine, and we only unlock the freebie use of it. I mean, without having to travel around the island after you beat the game as well.
Interesting.
I mean, it's kind of annoying that it would be locked behind, but it's also kind of annoying that I can't just do it whenever I want anyways. Like, what the hell? And even, I could have seen, like, during the fun house, you can't access it. That would make sense to me. But any of the other part of the game, I should be able to do it. What the hell? Super vending machine. Alright, well, we got more important things to do. Like, find out who killed Nekomaru.
Hello. I hope your day is well.
Well, it was.
Aw, yeah.
I'm trying to force myself to be more energetic, or else my mental state won't be able to keep up.
You should see a therapist.
My heart's thumping like crazy.
Or a doctor.
I might as well have a laid-back, so what attitude and go ahead with high energy.
Actually, you know what? Maybe you should find a morgue.
A what?
A morgue.
Oh
Just
my god.
stick yourself in one of the doors. And then say goodbye, Monomi.
Yeehaw!
Oh, you like that idea, okay.
Ah, but be careful that your batteries don't run out for various reasons.
Did I become a robot and not know?
Us too, gosh darn it.
I mean, obviously, this line is because, hey, you gamers released on the Vita. But, PC port, bitch.
And just like I say each time, don't forget to save frequently.
Don't worry.
I never expected the funhouse itself to be the ultimate weapon.
I don't think any of us did, to be honest. Like, who could guess that? Don't tell me you watched somebody guess that, because I don't want to hear it.
Oh well, let's just press on ahead. Is it really alright to accept a situation so easily? I mean, that's not what's important. The thing that's really important is the killer who used the building structure. Like, who's Nekomaru's murderer?
But is it really okay to believe the building is the weapon? Nagito said it, you know.
There's no way I'd lie at such an important moment. I don't want to die either.
What happened to the bastard who kept saying how much they didn't mind dying?
It's a fair point.
He's right. There was a time when I thought I could become a stepping stone for your hopes, but I will sincerely retract that remark.
Retract?
Yes, it means when you no longer mean what you previously said. Or when somebody sued your ass for lying about them, you have to publicly print the fact that you're sorry.
I'm disappointed too, you know. If this was a murder for the sake of hope, I'd happily sacrifice myself.
You say such falsehoods, per usual. There is no such thing as murder for the sake of hope. Murder is simply murder. Forcibly sacrificing others for one's own desires. Even one as diabolical as I would avoid such actions.
I see.
It's fine. Let's just leave him alone and find out who killed Coach Nekomaru as fast as we can. Just so you know, it's not like I'm getting hungry or anything, you know.
Sure. Hey,
We
you
all
ever notice
believe
that
you.
Nagito's hair looks like baked potatoes?
That's Sonia that's confusing us for food.
Yes, but now I'm trying to get Akane too.
Kane, eat him.
Yes.
Hey, do you know?
Akane! You were drooling waterfalls?
Nagito.
How about a soda? Do you want some soda, Akane?
Oh, but he's dead.
Because Akane drank him. Wait, what?
What? Oh my god. As usual, I can't tell what that fuck is thinking. I have no idea if he's serious or not.
Anyway, if the killer used the building structure, why don't we think about how they used it?
How they killed Nekomaru.
It might be better if we clarify the cause of death first, don't you think?
Nekomaru's cause of death, huh? He was horribly damaged, as if he was beaten senseless with a blunt object. But if he was beaten with a blunt object, it wouldn't be a kill that utilized the building's structure. Oh, well, that's not strictly speaking true. So what was Nekomaru's cause of death that also utilized the body's structure, or the building structure? Falling would make sense. Kind of. Crushed by the elevator wouldn't, because it'd have to be under it.
I see! That's it. I think he might have died from falling.
Died from falling?
If the funhouse's secret is that it's a structure where both towers and houses are vertically connected, then the killer made use of its height and caused Nekomaru to die from falling.
Are you saying they pushed him off? Where'd they push him off from?
That I don't know yet.
Don't just make things up when you don't know the method. Where in that building would you even be able to push someone off in the first place?
It might be possible in the tower. You could push him off the 4th floor when the elevator is on the 1st floor.
Did you forget how the elevator functions? When it's on the 1st floor, the door on the 4th floor won't open.
Saying he died from falling is truly incorrect. You should burn in the flames of hell.
Gundam is being oddly active this trial.
I think it's because we're running out of characters
but
than
my
he
gut
has
is
to
going
be.
crazy right now.
True, true.
I mean, Sonya's being more vocal too.
Yeah, it's kind of like how Hina wasn't really doing anything until the 3rd chapter as well. I'm not knocking your girlfriend, Jesus Christ.
My girlfriend! My donut-loving girlfriend!
Yes.
She doesn't love me, she loves donuts.
I didn't say it was a mutually beneficial relationship.
My heart!
I didn't say you had one of those either.
Bullshit.
No, that's Nekomaru, he's dead. If Nekomaru died from falling, where did the killer shove Nekomaru from? If I'm going to reach the truth behind this incident, I need to solve that mystery next. God damn it, all these
Still a
accounts
lot
I
of
gotta
things.
read again. God damn it. Alright, fucking shit. We had Fuyuhiko and Akane. Was there any
When the
other ones?
elevator is on the 1st floor.
Hold on, before you continue, Akane, I need to read about you fuckers. Alright, well that's useless. Okay, wait, 5 a.m. Hers was 5:30? Okay.
You can't go through the door on the 4th floor.
It'd be impossible to shove off the victim from up there.
Then, how about this? After locking Nekomaru inside the elevator, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor and made use of the drop.
Hold on, did you forget the elevator has a sensor? As long as there's a moving object inside, the other door won't open. Which means the elevator wouldn't have moved either.
That must be the threshold of that elevator.
Ah, careful!
I was just shooting for you.
I know, but then you shot actual text and lost a little time.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't notice how you actually. I thought I stopped before it appeared.
Nope, I saw a little red.
Oops.
When the elevator is on the 1st floor,
You can't
Well,
go through
remember
the
to
door.
concentrate and gain health
Impossible
if
to
you
shove
want.
off the victim.
Then,
Yeah,
how
we're
about that
fine.
after locking Nekomaru and they moved the elevator and made use of the...
Hold on, did you forget the... As long as there's a moving object inside...
No, that's wrong! That sensor should only work if something is moving. If Nekomaru wasn't moving inside, the elevator sensor wouldn't have detected anything.
Could it be his sleep mode?
When Nekomaru's goodnight button is pressed, all of his functions shut down, and he enters sleep mode. If he's in sleep mode, the elevator sensor wouldn't have noticed him, right?
I see. So that's how...
However, even if they moved the elevator in that manner, Nekomaru would have just moved along with it. There would have been no drop for him to fall and die from. Yes?
That's what I was about to explain before Kazuichi interrupted me.
Yeah, you hear that, Kazuichi? Maybe shut the fuck up, you useless sack of shit.
Silence, pest!
Now you're calling me a pest?
Oh, I thought she was calling Chiaki a pest.
Nope.
I was like, bitch. A way to create the drop inside the elevator while Nekomaru is still in it. Chiaki seems to have an idea, but what way could that be? Just don't make me hangman it. We already got lucky that we had a perfect run earlier. I don't want to test my luck.
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop within the elevator.
So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement, right?
Reminding myself how that works.
That arrangement is... The hammer is suspicious.
What? What?
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
What about the oil on the floor?
Guys, calm it down.
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
How about we all shut up and listen to what Chiaki has to say?
I know, right?
Silence, pest!
Don't be so cold. What if I start to enjoy it?
Okay.
No.
You can die. If Nekomaru was inside the elevator, wow. If Nekomaru was inside the elevator, how can you create a difference in elevation?
If you arrange it a certain way,
Well, there's a thing you can
you
do.
can cause the drop within the elevator.
So you're telling to think about the arrangement.
That arrangement, the hammer is suspicious.
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
Okay, well, guess not. I was thinking
When the
they
hell does
tied
that
him
pillar
to the
come out?
pillar.
When the hell does it come out? Maybe you throw that pillar, and then you jump on top of that, and
Crap!
and then maybe you put it this way, and maybe you do
If
it
you
that way, and
arrange it a
not knowing
certain
him out.
way,
Alright, let's see here. Oh, that chain. I was thinking they were talking about the chain that he was around him. Because he's got a chain.
Mm-hmm.
So you're telling us
you
all
don't ever take a blue and attach it to an orange
to
or
think about
vice
the
versa,
arrangement, right?
No.
Okay.
Do not.
that arrangement is... The hammer is suspicious.
No, it's not.
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
Okay, I am right.
What about the
I just
oil
have the
on
wrong
the
thing.
floor?
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious. I
Bam.
agree with that.
I was thinking time to the pillar, but the handle, okay. Actually, it was probably both.
Didn't the doorknob have scrape marks on it? That might have been where it got scraped by the wire.
Is that the same wire that was tied around Nekomaru?
The tip of that wire was tied into a loop. If the elevator moved while that loop part hung from the doorknob...
If they did something like that, he would have been suspended in midair. That's right. He was suspended in midair. Huh? The killer tied up Nekomaru with the wire while he was in sleep mode. Tied the tip of the wire into a knot and hung it on the doorknob to the 4th floor. With that, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor of Grape Tower. And suspended Nekomaru in midair.
That's right! He was so well hung! Kinda like...
That's a quote.
You better not finish that sentence.
The killer took advantage of the elevator's unique feature. Only the floor moves. By doing that, they created a drop so Nekomaru could fall to his death.
Too easy.
Oh, great.
Of course you disagree.
So
Killer.
what if they created a drop? There's no way you can make him fall and die with just that.
Why?
If Nekomaru is suspended in midair like that, then how do you get him to fall?
It's a fair question, I was wondering that.
Because if he's suspended in midair, he won't die if he doesn't actually fall.
Slushy, slushy.
Slushies.
Yeah, I'm gonna deal with the pillar.
Even if they suspended Nekomaru, how
Ooh,
would they make
easy
him
ones to cut.
fall? There's no one in the
wasn't
tower to
used to
push him
that.
off. There's no way they could do that.
Out of cuts.
Fuck!
You still
It
move.
doesn't mean someone had to push him off. It's possible that he fell on his own.
What? Nekomaru fell on his own?
Okay, I don't know if that's the one they want.
Nekomaru
faster.
should have still been in sleep,
Aha.
right?
neither be multiple.
If he was sleeping, there's no way he could do that. Now's the time. But in that case, you still won't be able to explain the... Moving the elevator with Nekomaru is just impossible. End of story.
Hold on. Thanks to Kazuichi, I think I figured out the killer dropped Nekomaru. Alright, using that, yep, we got the thing.
Nekomaru fell on his own?
Okay, well, I thought it'd be that one.
Crap!
I don't remember what the second one was, but I don't think it was right. So let's just take a look.
Nekomaru should have still...
I don't think sleep mode have anything to do with it. Oh, wait a minute. That one I have? Yes.
If he was sleeping, there's no way he could do that to him. Now's the time, but in that case, you still won't be able to explain. Moving the elevator with Nekomaru is just impossible. End of story. What? Nekomaru fell on his own? Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode.
Allow me to cut through those words! What do you think would happen if Nekomaru woke up while he was suspended upside down in midair?
Freak the fuck out. I know I would. I'd also probably piss myself, but he's a robot, so I don't think that can work.
What are you saying? Like, how would he even wake up?
He has an alarm inside his body. As long as it was armed, it would have deactivated his sleep mode. Which means the killer set the alarm before they suspended Nekomaru.
If you woke up from an alarm and realized you were hanging upside down and had no clue why, if something like that happened to you, you would start panicking a lot, right? Instinctively, your body would start moving. Nekomaru probably did exactly that.
And then, in order to make him fall from the force he was generating, the wire was hung on the tip of the doorknob so it would easily slip off. In actuality, the scrape marks caused by the wire were near the tip of the doorknob, right?
Yeah, I'd call that the middle, but alright.
But Nekomaru didn't fall because the wire came off, right?
He fell because the entire doorknob came off.
When Nekomaru awoke, he must have struggled much more than expected, which caused the doorknob to break off.
Was that unexpected for the killer too?
Yeah, probably a little bit.
Well, that's probably it. If they knew it'd leave behind evidence like that, they would have at least tried to do something to cover it up.
The killer didn't expect the doorknob to come off. The reason that even happened was because...
In that case, I shall use my full power!
With a fierce roar, Nekomaru put all his power into grabbing the doorknob with both hands.
Ouch.
But...
Not yet. Here it comes. The incredible strength of 1,000,000 horsepower!
Wait, isn't it creaking? You break out the doorknob, we'll be stuck in here. That's really what it was. Then that's the clue Nekomaru left for us to find.
I see. So that's how Nekomaru fell to his death.
Do you finally understand now?
Yeah. It appears it's just as Miss Sonia said. I'm just a pest. No, I'm not just a pest. I'm a total fucking pig.
Wow.
No.
Are we having a moment of self-reflection here, or are you about to go into crazy mode?
Isn't that right, Miss Sonia? If I'm a fucking pig, you can say so.
God damn it.
You should have put some money down or something.
No, I believe you gave your all.
Hey, why aren't you teasing me anymore?
This guy. He gets off on this.
Yep.
He's still not getting what he wants.
Yep.
So thanks to that alarm, Nekomaru ended up falling while he was still hanging upside down. That doesn't mean he just crashed straight into the floor. Of course, you know that too, right?
It doesn't mean Nekomaru crashed straight into the floor. The moment Nekomaru fell to the floor, the only thing I can think of that happened to him was... Cola coming out of his eyes, obviously.
My god, what if there was actually like cola around the oil blood? There should have been. Oh my god, that would have been a nice touch.
That would have been great. It's unfortunate that it's not pants people.
Cola people?
Hmm.
Pepsi people.
I don't know. I mean, sentient cola. Huh. That's terrifying on one level. On the other level...
Have we done a good joke answer in a while?
No.
Do you want to?
Yes.
Let's decide.
The moment Nekomaru hit the floor, cola came out of his eyes. That's what happened, right?
Cola? It wasn't Rooibos tea? Wait, who freaking cares? That's totally not it anyway.
Crap!
For Akane to react so strongly, boy, I must have really fucked up.
Looks like that was a very wrong answer.
Yeah.
I see!
It's okay, we made up for it again anyway.
Nekomaru fell to the floor. He ended up colliding with the pillar. Isn't that it?
Finally, the pillar!
So that's how the pillar shattered, and why oil was spilled all over the place.
See, I told you the pillar was the weapon. My gut was totally right.
Well, the pillar was a bonus. It's not even clear if the killer intended that, or if it was just a coincidence.
At this point, it is quite difficult to find a clue that will lead to the killer.
Then what about the alarm? I'm positive the alarm was set for 7:30 a.m. And if we map it out from there...
Hold on, baby gangsta.
Stop calling me baby gangsta!
What'd you just say? Did you say the alarm was set for 7:30 a.m.?
You didn't check it yourself? Nekomaru's alarm was set for 7:30 a.m.
Nah, that's impossible. Cause even though I slept in a little, I still got to the tower at 7 in the morning.
Now that you mention it, so did I.
No, we didn't. Because Monokuma was like, yeah, nobody showed up for Tai Chi.
There was no way I could be late for Monokuma Tai Chi, so I left for Grape Tower before 7 a.m.
And if we found Nekomaru's body there, it would have been before the 7:30 a.m. alarm went off.
It appears yet another contradiction has been birthed. How were you able to discover Nekomaru died at 7:30 a.m. when you went to the tower at 7?
That's what I want to know!
Another mystery I don't understand, or do I? Seriously, just one after another. But I can't choke up at a time like this. Just a little more and I'll be able to reach the truth. There should definitely be a clue to breaking through this contradiction. Wait, is clock alarm clock the same as this radio clock? Huh? Which one is... Which thing is which?
The alarm timer is like to wake him up from sleep mode.
Okay, and that's the actual... Okay.
Before 7
The
a.m.,
wall clock
I
you
am
have selected
certain.
is something else.
Yeah.
But the alarm inside Nekomaru's chest was set for 7:30 a.m.
Nekomaru died because of that alarm, right?
His time of death and the time the body was discovered. One of those must be an illusion.
You're right.
The killer probably did some tampering. They probably messed with the clock inside Nekomaru's chest. That's gotta be it!
The alarm that caused Nekomaru's death rang at 7:30 a.m. But we discovered his body before 7 a.m. I need to crush one possibility at a time if I'm going to break through this contradiction.
We headed for Grape Tower before 7 a.m.
But the alarm inside was set for 7.
Nekomaru died.
His time of death and one of those must...
The killer probably did some... They probably messed with the clock inside Nekomaru's chest.
I was trying to think, you know, they messed with the other clock, but okay, that's not the answer they want.
Damn it!
Oh god, this is going to be one of those
We
seal
headed
things.
for Grape Tower.
No.
Okay, good.
Before 7 a.m.
But the alarm inside Nekomaru's was set for 7:30 a.m.
Nekomaru died.
His time of death and one of those must...
The killer probably... They probably messed with the... That's gotta be it!
Okay, I'm going to try...
We headed for Grape Tower before 7 a.m. I am certain.
Crap!
We headed for Great Tower before 7 a.m.
But the alarm inside Nekomaru's was set for 7:30 a.m.
Okay, that would technically not be a lie that I'm breaking. Let's see here. Clock alarms are stopped at around 7:30, and the alarm was set to 7:30 as well. Clock and Nekomaru's chest received radio signals. Oh, okay, I see. I see.
Nekomaru died because of that alarm, right?
His time of death in one of those must...
The killer probably messed with the clock inside Neko.
No, that's wrong!
Right statement, wrong way of going about it.
No, the clock inside his chest was a radio clock, so it would have been impossible to mess with.
So you're saying there's no way the killer could have tampered with the clock?
Maybe the clock Miss Sonia saw was the one that got tampered with.
Yeah.
The clock inside Grape House?
No, I checked all the clocks inside the funhouse.
Oh, that's what I asked you to do. So you really listened to me and checked all the clocks.
And because of that, I can confidently declare that all the clocks had the same time displayed.
Yes.
If there's no possibility that the time was tampered with, then we must doubt that human's testimony.
Please believe me, we are not lying.
Then maybe it's a misunderstanding?
I never misunderstand. I'll crush you into dog food.
This time-related contradiction. I don't think I should doubt the testimonies. I should doubt the clock. There's no mistake that something was done, but what was it? Perhaps we've overlooked something. Maybe we were misunderstanding something. Think. Focus and think. I should be able to find the answer to that mystery. I mean, I had that one figured out like 2 or 3 episodes ago, so alright. Oop. Whee. Alright, what did Hajime and the others misunderstand? The time in the building. Ooh, wow, I almost did not get there in time. Ooh.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Yeah, I know, I'm being dumb. But I don't care. Alright, next. Nope, okay, not yet. Here we go. Which clock was tampered with? The buildings. Ooh! Hello.
Close.
Oh, oh, ho, ho.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I know, I'm being a little stupid, but I don't care.
You're having fun with it. It's a game after all.
This is the best fucking minigame. Let's be honest.
Because it's a game!
Yeah. Which house had the wrong time? Both! No, no, no!
Wee!
Okay, good. I was being too tricksy for my... Yeah. The important thing is I knew the answer.
Yes.
It's all coming together!
I wonder what that's like on main difficulty.
You said you checked all the clocks inside the building. Isn't that right, Fuyuhiko?
Yeah, none of the clocks had the wrong time.
But what if all those clocks have been messed with?
What? All the clocks?
So even if you checked all the clocks inside the building, there's no way you'd have noticed it.
I see. So the killer messed with the time inside the whole building by changing all the clocks.
So that's what it was. There's no way I would have noticed that.
This is truly fantastic!
Now's not the time to be pleased. More importantly, how much was the time off?
2 hours. She's right. That's the main problem. I need to clarify by how much time was off after the killer messed with the clocks. It's definitely the next mystery. Alright, let's reach the truth in one go. Alright, which statement is it gonna be? Actually... Which one of them said 7:30? I think it was Akane.
If the time in the building was all messed up, then we can only rely on Nekomaru's radio clock.
The time of death was clearly 7:30 a.m.
The problem is, what time would 7:30 be in our time?
Are there any clues that can be used to narrow that down?
Yes.
If only I heard the sound when he fell. It would have been a great clue.
Or his scream.
He's not the type to let out a scream.
If only Nekomaru's alarm was loud enough, we would have heard it too.
There's no point in saying that. If does not exist in this world.
Well, by how much did the
Well.
killer just the time inside the building? How are you even figure that out?
If the time in the building was all messed, then we can only rely. The time of was clearly 7.
The problem is, in our time.
Are there any clues that can... If only I heard the sound when he fell.
I agree with that. That's right. We should have heard the sound he made when he fell. Wasn't it that rumbling noise?
Rumbling?
I thought it was just an earthquake, so I went back to sleep. Was that the sound from when Nekomaru fell?
Well, a huge body fell from the 4th floor to the 1st, and the pillar fell with it. It's obvious we'd hear the impact sound.
We heard that noise too.
It was when we were gathered at the Strawberry House Lounge.
Where you all had a very convenient alibi.
What is it, Sonia?
Oh, well. That sound everyone heard? I did not hear it at all.
Huh?
You probably didn't hear it because you were sleeping.
I could not sleep at all. I was awake the whole night with hunger pangs.
There's nothing to worry about. What's important is that rumbling noise anyway.
If we use that rumbling sound as a reference, we might be able to figure out how much our time was off.
I heard that sound probably around 5:30 in the morning.
Huh? You can tell?
I instantly woke up and left my room. And that's when I saw the clock in the lounge.
Excellent work, Akane!
But that rumbling sound we heard was at 5:30 a.m. It's like the answer to how much our time was off is literally right in front of me, and it's, 4 hours.
I see!
I wasn't gonna humor that.
Nekomaru's alarm went off at 7:30. And if we heard the sound of his impact at 5:30...
I should always be humored. Don't
Okay.
fuck with me.
That means our time was off by 2 hours.
So much fun.
2 hours? That much?
We
Oh,
were
yes.
starving pretty badly. There's no way we would have noticed.
Plus, the funhouse has no windows. And there weren't any Monokuma announcements either.
However, for what reason did the killer alter our perception of time?
The reason is obvious. So they could lure out just Nekomaru.
Lure out only Nekomaru?
If you messed with the clocks and used a specific thing, you definitely get Nekomaru to the tower alone, right? From there, the killer's plan was a splendid success. That's all it means.
Besides messing with the time, the killer also used a specific thing? If they were trying to lure out Nekomaru, then that specific thing is... Monokuma Tai Chi.
Massage time, wait!
I mean...
That's it. The killer made use of the Monokuma Tai Chi activity in the morning.
No, it was finally the ice cream party, Xantok. Finally! No!
How did they use it?
Wait, was that an option?
No, it's not. I wish.
Damn it, I can't even see what the options were.
We were required to go to Great Tower every morning at 7 a.m. for that activity, right? But if they mess with all the clocks inside the building, what would that do to us?
We wouldn't be able to attend on time, but that wouldn't affect Nekomaru. His radio clock had the exact time.
That's right. In doing so, the killer was able to lure him to the tower by himself at the precise time.
Then, when I witnessed Nekomaru early in the morning...
If I recall, you witnessed Nekomaru around 5 a.m. And if that time was also 2 hours off, it should have been 7 a.m. Yeah, that's pretty much it. At that time, he was heading over to Monokuma Tai Chi, Right on schedule.
I see. Now that I think about it, I realize what Monokuma meant when he said those words.
Too early. He didn't even ask you yet.
Jeez, how outrageous! I honestly didn't expect everyone to ditch Monokuma Tai Chi. But it turned out like this after all, so I guess it can't be helped.
When you said everyone, you were including us, right? We thought we came to the tower on time, but in truth, it was way past the meeting time.
Aw, jeez! That's, well, how should I put it? What was it? You know, tripping over a foot, or something like that.
Are you talking about tripping over someone else's fault?
Literally never heard that phrase in my entire fucking life.
I hadn't either.
Wrong! Too bad!
Liar! I'm right!
That's not it! It's incorrect!
That's definitely the correct answer. You always get so stubborn like this.
Oh my
Let's just
gosh.
ignore the peanut gallery.
Yep.
Now that we've found out how the killer lured Nekomaru, the number of suspects has drastically decreased.
Hey.
Hey, why would that decrease the number of suspects? Don't be a friggin' liar!
You'll know I'm not lying when you listen to what Fuyuhiko's going to say next.
Huh? What the hell do you mean?
What you talking about?
You witnessed Nekomaru going toward the tower. Did something else happen after that?
Are you talking about that alarm?
Alarm?
A little while after I witnessed Nekomaru, the clock in the Strawberry House lounge started going off. Plus, it was just before that rumbling sound occurred. That's it. So that's what it is. If Nekomaru died when the rumble happened, then whoever doesn't have an alibi at the time is the prime suspect.
No.
Really? Was there anyone who didn't have an alibi at that time?
I remember now. The sound was so loud I couldn't help bolting from my room. But there was one guy who never left the lounge. We were both on the same floor. It's pretty weird that bastard never came out of his guest room.
Which means that person does not have an alibi for when Nekomaru fell?
Who is it? Who's the bastard?
Whoever doesn't have an alibi for that time, right? So they want me to pick Nagito because he never woke up. This isn't me picking the actual killer.
Are you sure?
Yes.
You're the only one!
See?
The one who wasn't there. It's you, right, Nagito?
That's right. Nagito wasn't there. It was just me, Gundam, and Fuyuhiko.
You didn't come out, even though the alarm was going off like crazy. You weren't in your room, were you?
If that's the case, where were you?
Please, say something!
If you don't hurry up and answer, I'm gonna suicide dive you!
If I may be frank, even if I wanted to go to the lounge, I couldn't.
You couldn't? What do you mean?
It's merely the foolish talk of the weak.
Not only did I not hear the alarm, I never even heard that rumbling sound.
He couldn't?
You're definitely fucking lying.
However, that is also true for me. It is obvious that I did not hear the alarm in Strawberry House.
Oh right, I don't have the fucking room assignments with a bullet. They were in the luxury rooms, weren't they?
Were they?
I don't remember.
But I did not hear the rumbling sound either.
I know
Is that
Sonya
not
was.
strange? I mean,
Sonya and Chiaki
everyone
were.
else heard it.
And I guess Nekomaru and Nagito were. Well, yeah, because Nagito was one of the lucky people. Was his whole thing. I don't remember where Nekomaru was. You mean, no, it was Fuyuhiko that was in the other one. But he was out of the room already. In the luxury rooms, I think.
Okay.
I don't remember. I think, if I remember correctly, I think something was mentioned about how they were soundproofed. So I remember I made the comment thinking that Nekomaru was going to be in one of those rooms, and that's how he was going to get killed because nobody would hear it.
Right. Okay.
To be honest, it's not just them. The same goes for me too.
There we go. There's my proof.
I was in a pretty deep sleep, so I thought that's why I couldn't hear it, but it wasn't that. I probably couldn't hear it at all.
Couldn't hear it? What does that mean?
You still don't know. Think about what the three of us who didn't hear a sound have in common, and I'm sure you'll figure it out.
The only people who didn't hear the rumbling noise were Nagito, Sonia, and Chiaki. The secret is what these three have in common? Will this also be the secret that points to the killer? Fuck. What's the actual word for the room? Okay, luxury fit, but room doesn't fit the last one. Oh, but there's an X, so maybe it is luxury. Yay. Or no, it's deluxe. That's what it is. Okay. You can kill you. I'm gonna get rid of that because it's too close to the edge. Don't like that.
Fair enough.
I don't know what just happened there. Uh-oh. You go away. Heh, you go away. Funny, damn it.
Do you need me on this call?
Okay, Oh! Ho, 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 ho.
Damn.
I need a fucking you. Thank you. Oh.
No!
Damn it. Jesus Christ.
It's starting to really fill up.
Oopsies. Oh no, wait, oh, okay, well. Oh, ooh, that was some luck there. No, no, you come back.
You come back.
2 in a row.
Got it!
Nice! Good work.
Whew, finally getting the hang of that shit.
Nagito, Sonia, and Chiaki. The three of you were staying in deluxe rooms, right? If I recall, the deluxe rooms are...
The guest rooms are divided up by quality grade. The deluxe room is soundproof and has excellent air insulation. The standard room may have so-so insulation, but it's still pretty decent. And the crummy room has severe airflow and draft problems.
The reason we could not hear the rumbling noise...
That's right. It was because the deluxe rooms have superior sound insulation. You actually noticed that. Nice catch, Hajime. Are you using your ultimate reserve corps student talent?
You know what? Yes. Yes, I am.
Now then, you guys must understand by now, right? The true identity of Nekomaru's killer.
Also, shouldn't the person who gets the highest score on the reserve course test be the ultimate student?
That's an... Ooh, that's a good point.
Now, I don't know if we had the highest score, but we're presumably the only one alive. So, by default, I mean...
Oh, hold on a sec. Why does that lead to who the killer is?
Why? Well, that fact just now is a very important clue, and a decisive factor in identifying the killer.
Decisive factor?
Somehow, I feel like I understand what Nagito means. The killer among us. The killer who murdered Nekomaru. Ooh, I get to pick now.
Ooh, who do you think it is?
Oh.
I'm sorry to disappoint you.
Crap!
So, you're trying to, not person, but you know who it's, you know what it's trying to suggest, right?
It's saying that somebody in the deluxe room did it. Isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, well then that's just Chiaki, Sonia, Where'd he go? Fuyuhiko and Nagito.
Fuyuhiko was in. Oh.
Wasn't he? I thought he was. See, that's the thing is I don't remember who else was in the was.
That's the thing, because obviously we know who the two girls are.
Was Gundam the other one?
I mean, at this point, you know it's not Kazuichi. Maybe it was Nekomaru that was in that room too. You thought that?
Yeah, but then I think he was in the standard room because I'm kind of vaguely remembering that he was in one of the middle doors.
Mm-hmm. Well, you have the 50
You're the
shot.
only one.
But you were nowhere in the story.
Gundam, there's something I want to ask you.
What the fuck?
When the alarm rang at the Strawberry House Lounge, you rushed over there too, right?
All right, so this one you can definitely figure it out with the just the investigation, which is something I've been complaining about for some other trials, but I just did not remember who was in what rooms.
Mm-hmm.
What's wrong with that? If the bell of catastrophe rings throughout the night, it is the universe's providence to stop it.
I was thinking Fuyuhiko would have been in the ducks room, but he was just already out of the room, so it doesn't matter for him. That's kind of what I was thinking might have been the answer.
Right.
And I thought, oh, somebody fucked with the clocks to have an elevator in this house, which is the case, but I was thinking, you know, Kazuichi because of everything else.
I get it.
Why were you able to hear it?
Hear what?
I mean, you were also staying in a deluxe room, right? Nagito was staying in a deluxe room in the same house on the same floor, and he couldn't even hear it. So why were you able to hear that alarm?
Huh? Now that you mention it...
Gundam?
There is only one possibility. You weren't in your room at the time. That's why, even though you were staying in a deluxe room, you still went to the lounge. Am I right?
Gundam, you have some sort of explanation, right?
Gundam probably couldn't return to his room because of Fuyuhiko.
Me?
After you saw Nekomaru heading to the tower, you stayed at the lounge for a while. Am I correct? Until the moment that alarm started ringing, right? If you were in the lounge for that long, the killer who had left earlier obviously wouldn't be able to go back.
Even though Mekamaru's murder was a death trap that utilized the alarm in his chest, the killer still needed to prepare the murder in advance.
Like putting Nekomaru in sleep mode and tying him up with the wire.
In order to do that, the killer needed to be waiting for Nekomaru at the tower. Which means when Fuyuhiko witnessed Nekomaru, the killer was already at the tower.
And once they tried to go back, they couldn't because Fuyuhiko was at the lounge.
In their original plan, the killer should have returned to their room before the alarm in the lounge went off. And they were supposed to stay in their room. They weren't planning to come out and go to the lounge.
Which means they wouldn't have heard the alarm or the rumbling sound, thus proving they were in the room, just like us.
The best case scenario would have been if those two in the lounge had gone to check the deluxe rooms. After all, if they personally saw the killer sleeping in their room, it gives the killer a stronger alibi. Unfortunately, they failed to secure that alibi.
Because I was in the lounge.
So the killer couldn't go back to their room, and ended up hearing the lounge's alarm.
Hey, what are you doing? You were saying?
So, do you remember early in the beginning of this whole trial, you were trying to figure out, like, oh, so wait, who was in the standard room since the grape one was empty and stuff?
Yeah.
And I wouldn't tell you who.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I didn't want to mess with this part.
That's fair. That's fair.
Mm-hmm. This ruckus! It's louder than the supreme ruler of the Netherworld bellowing for a sacrifice!
Oh, don't go making all that noise so suddenly!
But why'd you come out? You should have hid till the excitement died down.
I was thinking that at first until they were like, oh yeah, his plan was probably, he thought they would go open the deluxe room doors. And then if he wasn't found in there, it'd be like, where you go?
If Gundam tried to hide, and if those two went to his room to check on him, he would have been found out. That would have been the worst possible outcome. That's why he couldn't just stay hidden.
If those two had just checked the deluxe rooms as planned, that would have been ideal, but... How ironic. The moment Fuyuhiko set foot in the lounge, your plan was doomed.
Gundam? Please, can you at least say something?
Answer me this, including myself in my 4 dark devas of destruction. How many ears do we possess?
I normally see 3 of them. What happened to the 4th one?
I think he's resting on his hand. That's usually what happens in these ones.
Yeah, I know.
Huh?
The answer is 10. That's right, I possess 10 ears. That means I have 5 times the hearing of a normal human. The soundproof system here may as well not exist.
Dude. Is that the dumbest ass pull a killer has tried to pull? Is that... Granted, I don't remember them all, but that's a contender.
Is that your argument?
You
Right.
bastard! Do you understand the situation you're in right now?
Do not panic. The truth shall now commence. At the time, I left my room to go to the bathroom. By coincidence, I heard the alarm. That's right. That's all it was. The world is always so simple.
Are you saying it was just a coincidence? Isn't that timing a little too perfect?
And yet, I'm being suspected by all of you. It seems it was actually horrible timing on my part.
I see. You're still holding out. Well, you don't have to admit it. We're going to decide who the killer is with the majority vote anyway. So, why don't we just go ahead and start voting? It's obvious that Gundam is the killer.
I mean... See, here's the thing. I've always kind of wondered, like, why do we gotta go through the proving them wrong when everybody is like, yeah, no, this makes sense, it's them. And we go through the whole PTA and then comic book thing, when we could just vote and everybody agrees. But when Nagito say it, I get sus.
Hold on a sec.
You know,
Well, because if you think about it, like, oh well, that all makes sense. When we move forward with it, apply that to the Sakura trial.
Well, yeah.
this class trial, this killing, it's merely the opening act, you know.
Hey! What do you mean the class trial is just the opening act?
Perhaps I should say, it's just a farce? Just a boring farce. So boring, so stressful. I'm so painfully bored that I might develop stomach ulcers. Seriously. Let's just hurry up and finish this before I collapse from poor health.
Nagito, something definitely happened to you, didn't it? At some point during the investigation, your behavior became even weirder. What actually happened? Did you discover something?
Well, let's just leave that fun for later. And finish this opening act already.
Ah, you said opening act again!
Please hold on! We have yet to hear Gundam's rebuttal!
We don't need to. It's like when you're playing Town of Salem and people are like, hey, is it you? You should give a defense if it's you, and then they just don't type anything. It's like, alright, well, no defense equals death.
But he's completely shut up. Perhaps he can't argue anymore.
Gundam!
I was simply at a loss for words after being dumbfounded by your pathetic assumption. In fact, I shall deny the very basis. Your assumption has been wrong since the beginning.
Since the beginning?
Based on your assumption, I hung Nekomaru from the 4th floor of the tower and made the floor descend to the 1st floor. From there, after returning to Strawberry House, I was present when the alarm at the lounge went off, correct? Although going to and fro is busy enough as it is, how would I be able to travel between both houses anyway?
I see. The contact elevator was broken,
As I recall, the killer tampered with the Grape House control panel, which shut down the elevator. Plus, the stopped elevator should have been facing the Grape House side. If so, the human who used the elevator would have left it at Grape House. For these reasons, it's an indisputable fact that the killer destroyed the elevator at Grape House.
And what's wrong with that?
If the elevator was broken at Grape House, he wouldn't be able to return to Strawberry House.
However, I was already at Strawberry House. I was present when the alarm in the lounge started ringing, which means your assumption is clearly wrong.
Are you serious? And here I thought it's already been decided.
Have you learned your lesson, pitiful humans? You cannot overcome this contradiction.
Nagito, this is where you tell us how you can go from one to the other to the floors. So we know you did, we just don't know what your route was. But also, that's wrong. When something is obviously wrong, that's when a contradiction is formed. There's no such thing as a contradiction that can't be overcome. I don't like any of these.
None of them.
That elevator was the only means of travel between the two houses. As long as that elevator was broken, your assumption collapses.
Plus, the elevator was broken at Grape House.
If the killer cannot return to Strawberry House...
Since I was at Strawberry House at that time, there's no question that the following crime
weird.
is impossible.
It would have been different if they had an accomplice.
Or if there was a secret passageway.
How much longer do you plan to lecture me?
Oh, you got it.
Why don't we stop this already?
You snagged it. With the delay, I didn't think you got it for a second, because it's a little behind for me still.
What I should have done, I should have like had it pre-hit, so I could just move it over there, because I've done that before. I wasn't thinking about doing that, even though it's like, alright, I know what the solution's going to be this time around.
You got
it's like the one and only time I've been like, yeah, I know what I need to do this time.
The only means of travel between the...
No, that's wrong! No, there should have been another way to move between the two houses without the elevator.
Such a method does not exist!
Then why don't we ask the person who actually used that method?
Wow, they're really making me do this a lot today.
You're the only one!
Well, there's two.
Nagito, you should know.
I know what you mean there, Hajime.
What are you talking about?
Don't play dumb. You appeared so suddenly that one time because you used that method, right?
Nagito, why are you here? Because I showed up.
There's a secret passage connecting the first floor of Strawberry House to the third floor of Grape House. Isn't that right?
Jeez. Once again, I let the reserve course show up. But you're right. There's a door on the floor of the Octagon, which is on the first floor of Strawberry House. After I opened the door and went down... Surprise, surprise! I ended up in the Monokuma archive, which is on the third floor of Grape House.
Meaning, the third floor and the fourth floor are actually connected.
Plus, once you've cleared the final dead room once, you can pass through it as many times as you want.
If they used that secret passage, they could have gone between the two houses as much as they wanted.
Infinity Unlimited Flame!
Okay.
However, what if the killer was unaware of the existence of the final dead room?
Bullshit.
There's no way they didn't know.
That is merely an illusion you have fabricated from your own suspicion. If you value your life, you should stop with your scrutiny.
There's no way I can stop.
What did you say?
He's saying he's not in control of his actions. Because I am.
Oh.
Don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
Alright, what are my options here? Huh. Okay. Well, we'll just
Even
see what
if
he
the
says.
turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes.
Oh dear.
Provided you use a spacious wormhole.
Oh shit.
However, how frail I say. Your decayed illusion.
Haven't had to do diagonal
Shall
before
I feed
to know
you
it's
to
a
the progeny of
possibility.
vile deities?
Oh, I read
Shit.
it. That was new.
Even if the turbid box
Damn it.
doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes. Provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail I say. Your decayed illusion.
Damn it.
Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
I can't back down!
Oh.
What?
Even if the turbid box doesn't
Oh, you're
exist,
so close.
you could travel through multiple
Yeah,
planes.
here's the problem though. I'm gonna have to do this again
Provided
whenever I
you use a
take a while to
spacious
figure out what the
wormhole.
correct answer is.
However, how frail I say. Your
Brute force it.
decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
I already proved
Nice.
the secret passage exists. The secret passage was at the Octagon.
Know the limits of your own reasoning. You say the killer went to the Octagon. Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want to at least
Oh,
pray to
come
the
on, I
key
didn't even
which
see what that
dwells
was.
in the light.
Try providing the evidence to clear with the document. Okay. Well, at least now I can.
Know the limits of your own reasoning.
It's like the most
you
weirdly
say the
worded
killer
weak
went
spot
to the
ever.
Octagon.
I
Don't
didn't even
bark, you
see it
cur.
show up.
If you don't want to drown, at least pray
fuck,
to
wrong
the
button
key
again.
which dwells in the light.
I always
Oh,
right
no.
click there.
Damn it!
I told you this would happen. I fucking told you.
Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes. Provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail I say. Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
Nice.
I already proved the secret passage exists. The
I
secret
should have used that
passage was
moment
at
to
the
like check what
Octagon.
my blades were. I think I have it on
Know
wire,
the
which
limits
makes
of
sense.
your own reasoning.
Yes, it is.
You say the killer went to the Octagon. Don't
Yeah, I'm just gonna
bark,
wait.
you cur!
I'm just gonna wait.
If you don't want to drown in the maelstrom of...
Allow me to cut through
Maelstrom
those
of
words.
blind confusion is the weak spot.
That's a good
The
line.
wire used to string
It's
up
good,
Nekomaru's
but
body.
it doesn't tell you what you're contradicting.
Oh no. But him telling me after the fact, or no, I think it was Hajime was telling me after. I was like, oh, I know what I need to figure out. Thanks.
The hammer that looked like the weapon.
Exactly,
and
right?
the chain on the door in the tower. Those are all the items that weren't in Funhouse. Where did the killer obtain them?
The only place I can think of is the Octagon. There were various weapons and tools there. I'm pretty sure I saw stuff like wires, hammers, and chains too.
Since those items were used in the crime, there's no doubt that the killer went to the Octagon.
I feel like the statue of Sakura should have been in the Octagon instead of Grape House. Because it would have been like, oh yeah, here's a weapon for you.
Big ol' statue.
It's a big old Sakura. She's the weapon.
Oh. These hands.
If that's the case, they obviously know about the secret passage too, right?
It seems this is the end. Normally, we'd end up listening to Hajime lecture us with a very long summary of the case. But there's
Yes.
no reason to waste any more time on this opening act. So I'm going to end this right now.
Hey, what do you...
First of all, by messing with all the clocks in the building, Gundam tried to lure only Nekomaru. The
Is my-
elevator was probably broken by that point.
Is my thunder being
Thanks to
stolen?
that, Nekomaru
What's
wasn't
happening?
able to go to Grape Tower.
What the fuck?
Which was supposed to be the meetup point.
It's the
So
music
he tried
for it.
going over to Strawberry Tower.
You
just
asshole.
like we did when we found out
Right?
the elevator was broken. Well, it's obvious he'd
I'm
attempt
a little bit
that.
okay with it.
At that time, we didn't know the two towers were the exact same place. Also, the button in Strawberry Hall wasn't broken, so he was easily able to enter Strawberry Tower. But surprise! Gundam was waiting for Nekomaru's arrival.
Hold on. If Nekomaru didn't go to Strawberry Tower, what would the killer have done then?
Their plan was a balancing act of uncertainties. But even if they failed, they probably wouldn't have minded. They can just greet everyone the next morning as if nothing happened, and come up with a different plan.
And, without such a risky plan, they wouldn't have been able to lure him at all.
I'm going to continue summarizing the case, okay?
Wow.
Through this,
Thanks,
Gundam
douche.
successfully lured Nekomaru to Strawberry Tower. There's no way he could fight head-on with the robotic Nekomaru, so by pressing the goodnight button, he rendered Nekomaru powerless without fighting him.
Hold on! You... What did you just say? That I didn't battle?
What's wrong with that?
Don't mess with me! Don't mess with me! I cannot ignore those words!
Wow.
Why are you angry all of a sudden?
You fools do not understand! You don't understand at all! Ha! You make me laugh! After all this time, you still don't understand anything at all!
I don't understand anything. What does that mean?
About that.
Yeah.
Years. I cannot finish just yet. Maybe I'm just a human destined for hell. However, I cannot finish just yet. I cannot finish!
We have
What do you
another
intend to
minigame to
do?
do in hell!
It's
goody.
obvious. I'm going to destroy your illusory assumptions.
Does it involve getting up on the Hydra's back? Because I've done that before and it was not fun.
Get up
You
on the
saying you
Hydra's
still
back!
have more? You still have room to argue?
Your words. You said I pressed Nekomaru's goodnight button. However, that button was on the back of Nekomaru's neck. To press it, I'd have to get behind him.
It's not easy to get the drop on Coach Nekomaru.
It's even more difficult if it's a one-on-one situation.
Just as I thought, truly frail. Succumbing so easily to this simple argument, it was just a mere illusion. If you want to set me up as the killer, at least surpass your own human limitations.
That's wrong, Gundam. You're the one who's wrong.
Such a wonderful line. However, I cannot say that I'm satisfied. Listen well. I shall teach you 2 tips for making someone admit their defeat. First, you must crush them with your own overwhelming power. And as for the other, you must provide a reason that will persuade that human. You have not fulfilled either of those yet.
Well, I guess you really don't want to admit it. Then, just as you requested, I'll provide an argument that'll leave you no choice but to be persuaded.
I
Alright.
won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David
Tanaka had
prophesized!
amazing
I
commodities.
won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesied!
Hey, could you stop obscuring my vision, please,
Show me the
asshole?
cadaver!
Wait,
Show
what?
me the cadaver!
No! I don't want to do that. That's
I
weird.
won't let you!
That sounds like a bad idea. Stop
Yeah.
it.
For the
Why we
Tanaka
gotta bring cadavers in this?
Wither! Crushed as David prophesied!
Alright,
I
I'm just
won't
gonna...
let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesied! For the Tanaka Empire! For the Tanaka Empire!
What?
I won't let you!
It's negative time.
He
Count
canceled
it.
mine,
For
though.
the Tanaka Empire!
Because I can still see my things.
Wither!
Well, I think it disappears completely if this is
Crushed
still
as
active
David
while yours runs out.
prophesied! I won't let you!
Oh, there we go.
It's Nekomaru's back. Do you really think I can get behind him?
This is the end! Even if you didn't get behind Nekomaru, you should have been able to press the button on the back of his neck. As long as you had the power of the hamsters you keep with you.
Oh?
Are you seriously saying he used his hamsters to press the button on the back of Nekomaru's neck?
I mean...
Of course that'd be impossible for a normal hamster, but it would have been possible for Gundams. In fact, we saw that with our very own eyes, right?
Emissary of evil. In accordance with our ancient contract, the time has come to lend me your aid. Pierce through! Supernova Silver Fox Sandy!
Click. Oh, press the button?
Truly, this is the skyline lamentation art of the demon mouse. Soon the door of destiny shall open!
Now that you mention it, after Ibuki was killed in the music venue, one of Gundam's hamsters retrieved the piece of wallpaper from the baton lighting, right? Hey, with your friends and their exceptionally smart brains, it must have been possible to secretly get one of them behind Nekomaru and press the button on the back of his neck.
How about it, Gundam?
Not just myself, but you actually brought up how splendid my subordinates are. I have no recourse but to admit it.
Admit it? Did you say you admit it?
It appears I've obtained a one-way ticket to hell. Fine! Then you must trample me underfoot and advance.
Okay.
Victory can only be built upon a foundation of corpses. You cannot find peace without sacrifice anywhere. Now, trample this life. Trample it as though it were mere trash on the side of the road.
You're into this a little too much, dude.
Pull the curtain strings of this worthless performance with your own two hands.
You know, I thought I got to escape comic book time, but apparently not. Oh, that's an odd one here, but all right. You set the large clock's alarm. Well, that's not gonna be. Oh, I thought that was a cat at first. Like what? That was weird.
Nope.
Who was in the lounge since early morning? Well, he's not over here. It was him, by the way. What time do you go see Nekomaru? It's also not going to be one of these. Okay, that's just a full one that's already done.
Isn't it? Can I just say, isn't it awesome that the hamsters are also grayed out like the culprit?
Yeah, I'm a fan. Let's see here. Nekomaru's weakness is potatoes. Wait.
Well, if that was the case, Nagita would have killed him.
The wire wrapped around Nekomaru's feet? No, no.
No.
Okay, well, oh, I see what happened. It's that one. But I mean, yeah, there's a reason I thought that. Akira destroyed what after leaving the tower? Well, that's none of these either. What was the fake weapon left behind? Oh, hey, look, finally. Who gathered at the lounge? Why did Nekomaru fall? Well, wait, hold on. What's it say? Hung the lid. Okay. And that's this one. Who heard the rumbling noise? Okay, so... Hold up. Is it this? This doesn't make sense with the way... Okay, yeah, no. There we go. Oh, there's still another one. Okay. Oh, because we... Okay, I see what they're wanting for that now.
Bam.
I was looking for, like, where does this fit? Okay, Fuyuhiko can't sleep because he was here. Let's see, the doorknob came off. Probably... wrapping the chain around. Was that... Okay, yeah, that's already there. Alarm system for 5:30 a.m. It's 5 a.m. right now. Mess with the base of the contact elevator. I mean, it's true, he did, but alright, game.
Shit.
I guess it... Whatever.
I guess timing-wise?
But that wouldn't be a who heard. Like that there. Makes sense. Ah, there we go. Okay, who set the clock? That's a weird... Oh, that's us. It's like, who
Right?
the hell is that? He looks so gaunt.
Well, we didn't eat for a
Jesus.
couple days, I guess, did it?
I mean, true, but it wasn't reflected in our portraits at all.
True.
Nekomaru wakes up. Does he need to sleep? That's
Right?
a good question, actually.
Honestly, there's an even funnier one in this section that I'm waiting for you to see.
I mean,
And it's
I've
not
ignored
here
most
yet.
of them, so...
I know, but there's one specifically that I remember from another playthrough. I'm like, oh my god, why?
Oh, they didn't do that. Ah. Hamster and murder.
No, that's one of them. Hamsters and Murder is a good one.
Okay. Kiss the
Yeah.
pillar, damn it.
Damn it.
I think Hamster and Murder is a little bit funnier, but alright.
Hamster and Murder is also good. It's so good.
And who set the lunch box alarm? Well, the only deal is Hamster and Murder, obviously.
It was Hamsters
But
and
that's
Murder.
who. None of these are
I
who.
know.
Here's everything that happened in this case.
Bam.
Oh, Nagato, you thought you would get to do it
Let's
this time.
first go over the many tricks the killer prepared before they committed the crime. First,
You
they
see, that one
destroyed
was a
the
duplicate.
contact elevator. This separated Nagito and the others in Strawberry House from our group in Grape House. Next, they lured Nekomaru out by himself by turning back all the clocks in the funhouse by 2 hours. Additionally, in order to secure an alibi, the killer went to the Strawberry House lounge and set the wall clock's alarm to 5:30 a.m. After finishing their preparations, the killer went to Strawberry Tower with the necessary tools in hand. They obtained these tools from the Octagon, which you can enter once you clear the final dead room. This means the killer discovered the secret of the funhouse faster than anybody else. That secret being, Strawberry House and Grape House are actually the same building. On the morning of the incident, Nekomaru woke up and headed over to Grape Tower for a specific reason. There, Fuyuhiko, who was at the lounge by coincidence, witnessed Nekomaru. According to Fuyuhiko's testimony, that was around 5 a.m., but by that point, the killer had already messed with our perception of time. In actuality, Fuyuhiko witnessed Nekomaru at 7 a.m. That's also the same time Monokuma Taichi begins. Nekomaru went to Grape Tower to participate in that. However, because the contact elevator was broken, Nekomaru was unable to go to Grape Tower. So he decided to try going to Strawberry Tower. But the killer was waiting for him there. With the power of hamsters, they were able to press the good night button on the back of Nekomaru's neck.
Ah, that's a phrase. The power of hamsters.
This forced him to enter sleep mode, rendering him immobile. From there, the killer began preparing to use the ultimate weapon. First, they set the alarm in Nekomaru's chest to 7:30 a.m. so he'd wake up. Then they tied him up with a metal wire, tied the tip of the wire into a loop, and hung it on the doorknob. After leaving Strawberry Tower, the killer then destroyed the door button to Strawberry Hall. They did this to keep us from entering Strawberry Tower, and to keep us from discovering the secret of the building structure that they used to kill Nekomaru. Then, they used the secret octagon passageway to travel to Grape House. After arriving at Grape Hall, they pressed the button to open the door to the tower. When that happened, the elevator-like floor of the tower began descending. and Nekomaru's body was still inside, dangling upside down in midair from the wire. The killer entered Grape Tower to see if their setup was successful, and placed a hammer on the floor to look like the weapon, then wrapped a chain around the back door. This was done to make us falsely believe we couldn't enter the tower from Strawberry Hall. With this, the killer finished their setup and tried to go back to their room using the secret passage, so they could craft their alibi when Nekomaru died from the fall. But something unexpected happened. Fuyuhiko, who saw Nekomaru earlier, was still at the lounge. As a result, the killer couldn't return to their room, and with no options available, time ran out. The lounge's wall clock alarm started ringing at 5:30. Well, actually 7:30.
The gaunt faces are back. Also, Fuyuhiko has beard. Or maybe that's just shadowing, because it has the same thing on Fuckface. But in weird places. Like it's only on half his face.
Right.
So I guess that's just shadow.
To avoid a worst-case scenario, the killer was forced to appear in front of Fuyuhiko with the others. When the wall clock's alarm rang, that was also the same time Nekomaru was waking up. He woke up while he was still hanging upside down, so he couldn't help but sway his body powerfully. Originally, the loop of wire was only supposed to slip off the doorknob, but because there was a heavier load than expected, the doorknob ended up breaking.
The scratch marks are a different place than on the bullet version of the handle.
Nekomaru fell from the 4th floor all the way to the 1st floor. He crashed into the pillar, which decapitated him on impact, and died. The sound of Nekomaru's impact echoed throughout the funhouse. However, by this point, the killer's plan was about to fail, thanks to the broken doorknob and Fuyuhiko. Meaning, the killer is someone who wouldn't have heard the alarm if they were in the deluxe room. They also wouldn't have been able to return to their guest room, because Fuyuhiko was at the lounge. That someone is Gundam Tanaka. I can't think of anyone else but you.
Splendid. That was splendid. For a mere human, you did quite well.
Stop. Stop it already. Stop using weird words to avoid the truth. Or I'll friggin' kill you myself!
I cannot believe it. I just cannot believe. You killed Nekomaru? I cannot believe something like that.
You don't wish to forgive me? Do you feel regret? Then finish it! Cast your impure votes for Gundam Tanaka! My beloved, deadly foes, let the voting time begin!
What the fuck is his ex gonna be? His scarf?
Oh my gosh.
First day.
Woohoo.
This result isn't all that exciting. Now then, please pull the lever in front of you and cast your vote. Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? Please pull the lever!
What?
Crap!
What?
I bit my tongue at the most important part!
Oh.
You have tongue?
I like to imagine that when whoever the hell his VA is was in the recording booth, that they actually bit their tongue and they just ad-libbed from there.
No, that'd be awesome, wouldn't it?
Yeah. I don't know if it's true, but I like to believe that it's true. It'd be bad if I bit my tongue again, so I'll speak slowly. Judging from the results, you guys were correct once again. Getting 4 in a row without any mistakes is a splendid achievement. That's right. The one who killed the robotic Nekomaru in the amazing funhouse was Gundam Tanaka.
Nice!
Yay, I said all that without biting my tongue.
Now then.
Now that we've decided who the killer is, let's do the execution already and get this over with. Hold on. It's true that the class trial is finished, but that doesn't mean the incident is over. We can't finish it until we hear it from Gundam.
Jeez.
No matter what he says, it won't change a thing. Well, I have no right to stop you either, so do whatever you like.
Fall, my tears.
Why do you want to talk to one who has lost? The loser merely leaves. It would be unnecessary for me to say something.
Listen well.
Here's what I would like to say, but for honor's sake, I shall correct one thing.
Correct?
How pitiful.
You guys said I made Nekomaru powerless without fighting him.
Yeah, you got real offended about that.
That, however, is a great mistake.
Eh?
Fine.
Nekomaru did fight. That is no mistake. And because he fought, he lost and died.
Damn it!
Lost and died?
This, too, must be the will of causality.
If he was just trying to cling to life, there are many ways he could have done so. However, he did not allow that.
You.
What do you mean? Explain. Fine then. Then I shall reveal it all.
Let's make history.
Within the final dead room, I discovered the secret of the fun house. So just throwing that out there,
Yeah.
you were mentioning earlier about the final dead room. Who would, like, what was your reasoning for thinking Fuyuhiko would do it or not?
I mean, just because he's got, like, the whole Yakuza background, so he should have a tough shell and whatnot. Like, he should be able to be like, okay, I don't like doing this, but sometimes you gotta do shit you don't like to do, like, you know, shoot people. So I kind of figured, you know, you have, like, that tough mentality. But,
right.
What's his name? Which I always want to screw up the two of their names. I think it's because you have Kuzu, Ryu, and Kazuichi. But Kazuichi is just like, he's a scaredy cat. So I was having more trouble with things like him going in there, but everything else fit him.
Right. I think kind of like the whole thing about Gundam trying to put off him being tough and stuff. When you were saying that, I'm like, oh my god, he's gonna regard it's Gundam now.
Yeah, yeah.
But you led to Fuyuhiko instead, and it worked out.
I mean,
And yeah.
I mean, I was ignoring Gundam because, again, he has had no presence in the story. He's just come out of nowhere as the killer, pretty much.
Which is kind of convenient, which kind of helps. Well, because, yeah, you kept thinking it was Kazuichi because he was more prevalent. It was a little bit more of a shock to you, a little, but he was still your number 2 anyway, so.
Yeah.
And I devised a killing plan, utilizing that secret. By tampering with all the clocks in the building, I succeeded in luring Nekomaru to the tower. And this is what happened. Nekomaru and I were alone in the tower, standing face to face with one another. I should say I expected as much from Nekomaru. He sensed my subtle killing intent, and instantly understood the situation. And we had ourselves a little stare down. In that situation, if he wanted to run away, it would have been easy for him to do so. He could have run away, or even called for help. But he did not turn his back to me. Instead, he chose a fight that risked life and death.
That is...
A fight that risked life and death?
Let me tell you this.
He was serious, too. He gave it his all to try to kill me.
Huh?
If I had died instead, the mystery surrounding the case would have been even more complicated. You would never know why I, the victim, went to the tower by myself.
I can see it!
Nobody would know that the victim, me, was actually the one who planned the whole thing.
Could it be?
Nekomaru really did that?
Sensing even my subtle killing intent, as expected of you, Nekomaru.
This scorching, stinging, tense atmosphere. I've been a team manager for so long, I'd nearly forgotten this. This is great! What a comforting atmosphere!
That's a great line.
And what is your reason? Do you intend to resolve this situation by killing me?
I am the Warlock, Gundam Tanaka. Heroes, Lords of Darkness, and even the gods themselves flee from me.
Okay, how did Kazuichi, goddammit, Fuyuhiko not hear this?
I need not cling to any trivial reason. I'm simply going to kill you because your very existence is an annoyance.
Like, these are the loudest people. How were they not heard?
You'll drench your soul with evil until the bitter end, huh? Splendid! In response to your spirit, I shall kill you with all of my might. I won't go easy on you. Don't even think about holding back. Don't waste your breath on cowardly tactics. Give me everything you got.
Nekomaru Nidai, your blood will drench the foundation of my empire!
Oil, but okay.
That is...
Why? Why did you fight? We are all friends. Why couldn't you stop this? Even if both sides agreed, it was still wrong. I will not argue. I have no intention of forcing my values upon you.
Let me tell you this.
However, I must say this. What's the point of living if you're just waiting until you finally die?
You weakling!
There's nothing courageous about that! That is abandonment, a mere form and feeling of resignation.
Wait, are you telling us just to wait until we starve to death? I mean, I'd rather have that happen to us than have our friends kill each other. Do you mean that you'd rather die?
Fall, my tears.
Ever since we were locked inside that building, everyone has been dominated by that feeling of abandonment. However, nothing is born from resignation. That is simply a reason to give up.
If you flinch, you will die!
Giving up on life, that's just an insult to life itself.
Let me ask.
Have you fools heard of the term dog eat dog?
Cannibalism?
Fine.
In zoology, cannibalism is a commonly observed phenomenon. Many creatures at some point in their life span, that should be one word, but it's not, their lifespan engaged in cannibalism.
Listen well.
That is what it means to live. If you say killing for the sake of living is evil, then what would you call giving up on life itself?
I shall engulf this world.
If a world would consider that justice, then I will fight that world with every last fiber of my being. Giving up on life and choosing death is nothing but a blasphemy towards life.
I renounce you!
It is a violation of the natural order, the arrogance of humanity.
You.
Are you saying all that to try to justify what you did?
But it sounds like Nekomaru felt the same too. That's why they fought, right?
Damn it.
Fine.
Darn tootin'. That man had the courage to die when he needed to die. That is why he challenged me to our battle. Regardless, as I've already said, I do not intend to force my values upon you fools. I have betrayed you all. That is the absolute truth.
Fall, my tears.
But even so, don't you think it's a better alternative to slowly starving to death here?
I mean, technically speaking, it worked out for me.
Oh.
That belief is why you committed your crime?
You...
Hey, what about the final dead room? Did you do the Russian roulette too?
Let's make history.
Unlike Nagito, I only did it once, but... compared to my battle with Nekomaru, that was mere child's play.
Well?
You know, after listening to you talk for a while, I'm starting to think that, well, it's also because you unexpectedly admitted your crime without much resistance. Gundam, don't tell me. You didn't sacrifice yourself for our sake, did you?
I can't believe you would ask such a foolish question.
My name is Gundam Tanaka!
Just who do you think I am? I am Gundam Tanaka, history's greatest monster. My cursed existence is feared by all mankind. There's no way I'd sacrifice myself for the sake of you fools.
Fade like dust in the wind.
Not in a million, not in a billion, not in 10 billion years. In the name of pandemonium, it is impossible.
Is that it? Well, I guess I'll just leave it at that then.
I think my Gundam is making a dog bark somewhere close by. I'm hearing barking. Oops. Who am I waking up? Now then, let us be rid of this foolish talk. It's about time the fun started.
Which means it's time for me to predict how you're gonna die. Because that's the thing I like to do, and I have two possible options here.
Oh boy.
First, a question. Have you seen Game of Thrones?
Vaguely.
So you
Kind
probably don't know about the person who got eaten to death by dogs.
Oof.
Ravenous, starved, purposefully starved dogs so that he could use them to eat people when they annoyed him.
You know, I knew a lot of how it all went. I forgot about that one.
Yeah,
I honestly don't even fully remember it.
That's one possibility I have. The other one calls back to another a death from the first game, but instead of being turned into butter, he's gonna get minced and turned into hamster food and fed to his own hamsters.
Oh my god.
Evil?
You're dark.
Yeah, I know.
You're fucking dark.
Yeah, yeah.
Monokuma! Let us begin.
Yes, indeed.
Yay! Got it! I prepared a special punishment for the ultimate breeder. Gundam Tanaka!
Please wait!
Please wait! This is just too much.
I beg of you!
Please, Monokuma. Please help Gundam.
Huh?
Miss Sonia?
I beg of you!
Please. I beg of you.
How pitiful.
Sonia. An act as unrefined as stopping a man from going to his death does not befit a noble such as yourself.
Gundam.
It's fine stuff for reals, right?
Fine.
Yes, I do not mind. However...
What is it, my 4 dark devas of destruction? Are you worried about me? Oh, my feared 4 dark devas of destruction, that is not like you at all. However, there is no need to fear. In this world, I am only a temporary visitor. I was simply visiting for a moment, and now that my duty is complete, I must return to the darkness. That is why, until the very end. Pride, conceit, courage, insolence, fearful of nothing, daunted by nothing. Let us laugh uproariously! That is Gundam Tanaka! I shall stick with my evil until the very end! Open sesame pandemonium! I shall fill hell with true hell!
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
Gundam has been found guilty. Time for the punishment.
Why is there pineapple and other fruits? Alright, so it's just gonna be a stampede. Alright. I feel like my ideas would have been better. Oh, they're gonna die with him? Oh, no, okay. He's leaving them behind.
So it's, yeah.
I mean, he's trying. What? Why is there a rat? Oh, the other animals, okay. Okay. Sure. Whatever.
Yep. It's kind of like he's so focused on being evil all the time, so of course his would be the opposite. And like, oh, you're actually going to heaven.
Gundam! No. No!
Even after Gundam is gone, the spirit of his parting words still lingered deep in our chests. Don't give up on life. Did I misunderstand what he meant? Then what's the right thing to do? I don't know. No matter how much I think about it, I don't know if I'll ever be able to answer that.
Damn it.
Damn it. Damn it! I'm so pissed off. I need to throw something.
Damn it!
You all spent so much time worrying about each other. Thanks to that, things ended up like this. You're all full of shit. Every last one of you. But the biggest piece of shit is me.
The worst.
Damn it. Damn it. Why am I so weak?
Oh.
It's such a downer, clearly. But still, even though we feel this way, we still gotta do our very best.
You are right.
Yeah, you are right. This time around, we must move forward. We must continue to live and believe in our friends. If not,
You are right.
Gundam will most likely crawl his way out of hell, and I presume he will be very cross with us.
You're right. You're right. We shouldn't just stand here. I mean, it's not like this is over. We still have to do it.
Wait, Monokuma, who let you down?
That's a good question. We still have to finish this. For the sake of our friends who have died, we need to finish this once and for all. So, don't just stand there. Stand up and walk. Move forward. Live. If you don't, everyone who fought and died will have died in vain. We can't allow that.
Hey! Hey!
So, how long are you guys going to stand around chattering? I mean, last time you got angry because we left too quickly. So
That's a good point.
The class trial is over, so it's okay for you to hurry back over to Jabberwock Island and get out of my face. However,
Out of my two faces?
Yes, the Killing School trip will proceed as usual, so make sure you know that.
Wait!
Hold on! How much longer are you going to keep doing this?
Seriously, how long is he going to keep doing this? How long is this going to continue?
Now then.
Alright, after feeling down for so long, I finally feel refreshed. Let's hurry back and eat some food.
Hey, hey!
Hold on a sec. That mood shift is too damn fast.
It's not like that.
Well, you know, it's like Gundam and Nekomaru said. That's what it means to live, right? Oh, she's actually crying a little bit.
She's certainly something else.
But seriously, I'm starving.
Hey, hey.
Then, let's go back for now and eat. And then, after we're full, let's sleep as much as we want.
Because that's what Chiaki wants.
Yes. And then, let's do our best again. Yeah, you're right, I guess. With this, the class trial has come to an end, and once again we return to Jabberwock Island. The size of our group has definitely diminished. But despite that, even if it was just the rest of us, we did our best to stay upbeat and have fun together. Of course, our optimism was only superficial. But at that moment, we were able to forget about the dark despair looming above us somewhere in the moonlight. I don't know. However, the only thing I was worried about was him. He wasn't there. He suddenly disappeared from our sight.
Yo.
Yep, I'm definitely lucky. I never expected to obtain such many valuable things from a simple game of Russian roulette. Thanks to that, I was able to learn the identity of our true enemy. And before everyone else, too. But it's just too funny. I mean, no one could tell that I was lying. There's no way the file had just Hajime's information.
Well,
you bitch.
Well, I guess they were too busy with other matters. Or maybe they've reached their limit. Regardless, I was saved. Things would get complicated if they found out. Anyway, I can't forgive this.
Damn it.
This should never be forgiven. There's no way I can let this run loose. I'll be the one who stops this, once and for all. Even if it costs me my life.
It's obvious.
For the sake of our hope, I cannot ignore this.
Monokuma appears!
All right, Monokuma has arrived. Who summoned me?
Now then.
Thanks for coming.
What's this?
Why, it's the lonely little Nagito. Are you all alone tonight, too?
What's the matter?
So, what's up? Your face looks scary. I see. So you can tell. Perhaps you found out who the traitor is? You know me well. Well, is what I'd like to say, but unfortunately, ooh, boy.
God, Nagito, jeez.
Yeah, you know, a little too much Nagito. Give me a minute. Unfortunately, he hasn't learned that yet, so, he'll get there. I see. So even you don't know, huh? Well, looks like the final showdown is gonna take a little more time.
Hello.
So, why'd you summon me anyway? Were you finally gonna confess your love?
Hey.
I summoned you because there's something I really need to ask you. It's about the special prize from the final dead room. Oh yeah, what about it? There was information about 16 people in the file I received. But isn't that weird?
Say what?
What's weird?
You don't even know?
Well, there's a traitor from the Future Foundation hiding among us, right? Including that person, the total number of students would be 16, right?
Isn't that right?
But this file contains documents that were created at Hope's Academy, right?
Of course!
That's right! I just reused the stuff that the former headmaster spent a lot of time making.
But
if this file even contains information about the traitor, was that person also a former student of Hope's Peak Academy?
Who knows?
I wonder.
Hey.
Could it be? Is this your doing? Did you slip false information into the file? Were you trying to keep us from learning the traitor's identity by obtaining this information? What's wrong with that? If it's my job to heat things up, it's okay if I do something small like that, right?
Well,
that's not my point.
Right?
My point is, you already know who the traitor is. What's wrong with that?
You're getting all riled up!
Well, you're splendidly correct when you say I knew the traitor was all along. But even though I know who it is, why do you think I ignored it on purpose? It's just like Monami losing her magic stick. The traitor's existence means absolutely nothing to me. Their existence means nothing, huh?
No.
Well, that's just how I feel. I'm sure you guys feel somewhat different.
Shing!
After all, that person's the evil Future Foundation lackey who's putting you guys through this awful stuff. That's not entirely true. I didn't really come here to fight or anything like that. Instead, I came here to offer my cooperation, you know.
Huh?
Cooperation?
Hey.
Your purpose is to fill everyone on this island with despair, right? That's why you're intentionally letting the traitor do as they please, right?
Yep.
If that's the case, I might be able to cooperate somewhat too.
Right?
However, in exchange, I want to know who the traitor is. I see. Interesting. Very interesting.
No.
Obviously, that's a big no-no.
Unbelievable.
I mean, I want to make everyone in your group feel despair. And that includes you too. Well, I knew you would say that. Besides, I just want to be able to handle the sadness when you inevitably betray me later on. Just as I thought, you saw right through me.
You're right.
No matter what situation I find myself in, my core way of thinking will never change. In order to create absolute hope that shines brightly, stepladders such as myself and despair exist. You're right. You're a true believer of hope after all. I must say, that belief reminds me of that person for some reason.
Huh?
Reminds you? I don't know who you're talking about, but if someone as worthless as me reminds you of some other person,
Man,
they must be extremely unlucky.
Oh my.
Well, it's funny you say that.
He was also a potato.
Yeah. But you're just as unlucky, right? I mean, the fact that you're even involved in something like this.
wow.
Am I? I actually think I'm very lucky.
Say what?
Huh?
You don't know?
Wouldn't you say that coming across this much despair is a rather rare opportunity? I can't rely on anyone on this island. That's why I have to be the one who does it. If I can eliminate despair from this ladder, I won't be a stepladder anymore.
From this what?
Yes, I realized what I said when I got to the word stepladder. I'll become true hope. I'll become an existence that can even be called the ultimate hope. The two of you are so alike. You definitely remind me of him.
Hey.
Hey, there's one more thing I want to ask you.
See?
Who are you waiting for on this island? Looks like I'm right again. You're definitely waiting for someone on this island. Is the person you're waiting for already on this island?
Hey.
Well, answer my question.
That's...
If that's the case, if that person is already on this island, wouldn't that be exciting? They're in the ball.
There they are. I see them.
It's alter ego. Also, 5 days left. Shit.
How the frick did Alter Ego get here?
And I thought there were still going to be 2 chapters. Fucking Christ. Oh, I guess like the last chapter could be like 1 day, or I guess. That's possible.
Danganronpa. We got his earring.
The Hellhound earring.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Well, that is another case wrapped up. Sir not appearing in this chapter turned out to be Sir the Killer. So, hey, you know, that happens. And we're... What? Got 2 more chapters left, if I'm remembering how many the first game had. And I think our shelf had like 6 rows of Monokumas, and we've only done 4 chapters. So, I mean, seems about right. We're coming up on the end, at least of the story. There'll be school mode stuff afterwards, or whatever the fuck they call it in this game.
I believe it's island mode in this one.
Yeah, that makes sense. Alrighty, well, we will see you all in the next one as we see what kind of wacky hijinks occur next. See you all then. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.